It was very modern.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, what we had a big bath, and you had to take it to the garage to get it charged.
Ken?
Yeah.
If you want to stand by your girlfriend, you get on camera then.
Yeah. This is Ken and his first girlfriend. She's a bit tall for him though, that was the only problem.
She looks happy.
Yeah. She's turned her face away from you, Ken.
She loved it.
Right, so where we're standing now is outside what's commonly referred to as the mansion. The mansion was the country seat of the Leon family from 1883 onwards, and if you look over the front door, you'll see a little crest there, and it says HSL 1883. The initials are Herbert Samuel Leon. He was the head of Leon Brothers, a very successful stockbroker company in the city of London through the late 18th and early 19th century. Herbert Samuel Leon came here, as it shows, in 1883 and turned what was a rudimentary brick farmhouse that stood on this site into the grand edifice that you can see in the had 4 wheels. They came up with a machine with 4 wheels, which was corresponding to the track. And that was at the same time as we were looked at, as they broke our naval convoy codes. And in 1942, we were in severe danger of losing the Battle of the Atlantic and probably consequently the war, until Turing found a way into the 4-wheel Enigma and saved all our bacon, really, amongst themselves. Totally different encryption system and encryption principles to that employed by the Enigma system, and for very much fewer people. There were only around 30 of these Lorentz cipher systems in the Lorentz network. Now, the sound you can hear is a new sound that started to be heard in the intercept stations during late 1940 and through 1941. And at the beginning, nobody really knew what it was. People called it this strange new music that the intercept stations started to pick up. Okay, so this is a Colossus computer, the world's first ever computer, designed by Tommy Flowers, the chap whose picture you can see here. He worked for the Post Office Research Laboratories in Dollis Hill in North London. This is his brainchild. He died in, I think, was it 97 or 2002, I can't remember. Just in time to give the information on how he designed this to the rebuild team headed by Tony Sale, who started work on this in 1994 here at the Bletchley Park Trust. This is a rebuild of Colossus. There are no surviving originals. They were all commanded to be dismantled by Churchill at the end of the war. It is understood that of the 10 that were at Bletchley Park, 2 did survive and went to GCHQ in the interval just after the Second World War, but nobody's that still remains open to conjecture to a degree.
3 different wheel orders. You've got green, blue, silver, green, yellow, red, and so on. You can guess at 3 different wheel orders.
Right, okay.
It was easy to guess that because where the rules of the chart that was set up, that reduced the number of possibilities we had to guess. And by the end of the month, we'd only got to guess about 6 of them.
Right, okay.
With 2 bombs running together, you could guess all 6 wheel orders.
Right, okay.
But say these are fixed wheels, these are the ones that tell us the answer.
Right, okay.
These ones are looking for the question.
okay.
They're looking for the answer, and these tell us the answer when it stops.
Right,
Simple as that. But each column of 3 is actually replicating one Enigma machine. With you've got 3 rotors on the Enigma, that's one Enigma machine. And you've got 36 Enigmas all looking for the same answer. But all starting from a different offset position. Pretty clever machine. And what it's actually doing, it's doing 26 times 26 times 26 times 36 electrical tests in parallel per second. That's 670,000 electrical tests per second.
Brilliant. Just on time. And that's actually our oil system. We prime it once a day here, but obviously during wartime, because we were working on 8-hour shifts, it would have been primed at the start of every shift. So you've always just got a pressure drip feed. Something like 12 miles of wire in this. Heck of a lot of it. Any of you are electricians? No?
Every time it moves from
Yes?
one
Yes? No? Heckling from the back, yeah? I don't know.
Saying that the actual brain power and the ingenuity to beat that.
Yeah, well, if I tell you, I'll ask you not to touch it if you don't, because GCHQ are very protective of this machine. There's only half a dozen of us are allowed to touch it, and even then we're not allowed to touch the plug board because it's so delicate. But it was designed in 1918 by a Dutchman, and it was offered on the open market by 1923, patented. The idea was it was for people like banks to send secret messages, and it was actually the first way of money transfer electrically. Rather like today, you wouldn't take money out of a bank and put it in another account. You actually do it electronically through the air, and that was the first way they could, first time banks could actually transfer money without actually physically handling the money. But 1926, Hitler found it, decided he wanted it. He bought the patent, he bought the company, he bought every one of these he could get his hands on, rewired it, added the plug board to make it more complicated, and it's quite frightening how early he was planning World War II, really. But it's a fascinating machine. You press a key, the encoded letter lights up. Press the same key again, different letter lights up. Every time you press it, different letter lights up. Because if you watch, the rotor is moving, changing electrical contact every time it lights up a letter. And now, watch carefully, you see two rotors will move together. And that's because on each of the rotors there is a notch, so that when it's done, it's 26 letters.
So that's basically what that's doing, isn't it?
Those
It is,
wheels
yeah.
are taking place of those rotors.
That's exactly what's happening, yeah, except done much faster. It's rather like